Whoops. And it would help if I would hit a record button. That would be good. Don't worry. If you're watching this VOD later, you have missed nothing aside from me moving a single grasshopper. Do not panic. Now then, let's see what we can do. Just got to close the distance. Let's see what happens here. Whole lot of nothing, honestly. Yeah. My computer was very unhappy with the situation that it was in, and I'm not sure it's much happier. Now I'm concerned. Everything looks fine on my end. Everything looks Gucci. Looks okay on the Steams or the Twitches. Yeah, everything looks okay there. Okay, cool. Whew. That was concerning. Oh, that's awkward. Yeah, I can't help you with that one. Sounds like user error. Don't worry, you still haven't missed anything. Let's see. Nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Oh, yeah, 100% it was Comstar. Apparently, this is like what I get for breaching one contract one time. It was one time, Comstar. It's not an everyday occurrence. Come on. I thought we were buds. Ouch, 13 to hit. Forgot to reload to regular LRMs. That is definitely a possibility. Who am I kidding? I'm not anywhere close to one. They're just screwing around with me for the sake of hating me. All right, so the militia mech fires at the victor and hits with 2 AC5s, one to the left leg, one to the right arm. The enemy Thunderbolt firing at a foot platoon smacks it a whole bunch, and it's down to 19. Oh, that's why they spawned there. Got it. The Badger fired at the Militia Mech and missed. The Cestus missed. J. Edgar misses. Grasshopper misses. Ferret misses. Orion misses. Whitworth misses. Ossal misses. Ferret Light Scout does manage to hit the Thunderbolt. The Goblin misses. Other Grasshopper misses. our Cataphrag puts an ERPPC into the Whitworth's right arm and the LB10X into the center torso. The Whitworth took 20 damage, needs an 8, rolls a 9. Yeah, what I really need to do is run a better Ethernet connection over here. And, I mean, this computer is, shoot, when did I get it? Well, I think I've had this computer for 3, 5, either 6 or 7 years. So I bought this computer. So the GeForce 2000 series was, or the RTX 2000 series had just been released when I bought this computer. Oh, that's unfortunate. So whenever that was, whenever the 20 series came out, that's when I got this. So it's been a minute. And this poor thing is handling all of the, it's handling the game and all of the encoding, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's get closer to a J. Edgar. All right, after this game, I'm going to try changing one setting again and seeing if that doesn't help a couple of things. But we should be pretty okay while we're waiting for the computer to figure out what it's doing. I have 2 battle armor platoons. The problem is less. Well, actually, no, they're pretty terrible. The battle armor platoons are terrible, and their techs are also kind of terrible. Everything is terrible with them. Okay, hold on. Sorry, we are going to do one more thing here. I am so sorry about these interruptions today. I'm just trying to get this figured out, and I don't know why it hates me today. So stand by. Kerpow. Yeah, there's a lot of that's on my to-do list right now. Let's see here. What was I going to grab? I was going to grab this. We're going to see if this change makes anything different. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Who knows? It might make everything go super bad wrong. But I am really excited to find out. And loading back into MekHQ right now. You know, I'm really happy that MegaMek saves work again. It's kind of nice. It's kind of a bumpski when they were, you know, broken. And we are just loading up the save for MegaMek right now. Just have to wait on, you know, things and stuff and whatnot. But yes, I need to get better text. I need to get better everything. There we go. There we go. Should maybe be good to go. We'll see if this slows. everything down, which it looks like it maybe will, maybe won't. We'll find out. Actually, we might be getting close to that 50% of our convoy making it off the map, which will be super nice. Let's not risk the mask. I really need to modify that cataphract so that I just like rip the mask out of it. Because I don't want it. I'm tired of it. Very, very rarely is it actually useful. Well, 7s and an 8. I'll take it. Do we shoot at the Orion or do we shoot at the MegaMek? I think we just shoot at the MegaMek. Take the easy W. Yes, mask off. And you know what? Then that opens up a little bit of space for like more armor or something like that, which I would personally not be opposed to. Whatever, we'll use follow the leader. Who knows? Maybe it'll actually work. Oh, the horror. You can't see anybody. But you can. ERPPC, LB10X, and see if you can make the magic happen. All right, let's see what happens. All right, so the heavy wheeled APC against the Orion hits with a couple of machine guns going to left torso, left arm. Our Grasshopper into the J. Edgar. Oof. Medium laser to the front, medium laser to the left side, immobilizing it. Missed with everything else, though. The Ossaul firing at the foot platoon hurts it a little. They're down to 17. The Goblin misses. Thunderbolt firing at the foot platoon also just does bad things to them. They're down to 14 now. The Pack Rat misses. MegaMek hits the Goblin once with an AC5, doing 5 to the right side. The J. Edgar firing at the Grasshopper puts a medium laser into the left leg and tries to light the Grasshopper on fire with some Inferno missiles. The Goblin misses. The enemy Orion misses. Cestus misses. Our Victor puts a medium laser into the front left leg and then AC-20 into the right rear leg, critting on the environmental ceiling and the hip. Down to 7 armor there. The Crusader misses the MegaMek. Badger misses the somebody. Cataphract puts an LB-10X into the Whitworth's right leg. Then the Armorer Personnel Carrier puts a machine gun into the enemy foot platoon. They're down to 18. The MegaMek took a hip hit and took 20 damage. Needs a 6, rolls a 6, needs a 6, rolls a 10. So there we go. Oh, you want me to do things? Right, that's what I'm waiting for. Orion missed the kick, but nothing really happens. Okay, and we're kind of in the middle of the pack. Artillery is trying to do its thing. And then we'll wait 15 minutes for the enemy to figure out what it wants to do, or the computer to figure out what it wants to do. I meant to look if we had 50% of our convoy that left or not. Although with all that infantry being left behind, probably not. There are a lot of things better than Testbot. I kind of just want to leave the J. Edgar there. And then I can steal it. Not that it's a great tank. Or do I just... No, I'm gonna leave it there. We'll just hobble on over there. See if we can't finally get some shots off on the Whitworth, which would be pretty neat. All right, good deal. Our mask did not fail. Let me also look at this. So our convoy, oh yeah, they have not all run away yet. We've only had 2 run away. Okay, so it's a 7 against the Orion versus a 5 against the MegaMek. Oh, man. I think we just knock the MegaMek out and see what we can do. Get a little warm, but nothing too crazy. The Grasshopper can just unload all of the things, all of its, 3 lasers. I really do prefer this one over that one. Okay, so the Whitworth is an 11. Thunderbolt is 11. We'll try for the Whitworth, I guess. Well, that's not going to work. Even though it's fragmentation, who knows? Maybe we'll get some internals. Man, this is a bump ski. Just no shots that are worth taking right now. Nothing. Nothing for the Crusader. Oh, the MegaMek had a bad day. I don't know what happened, but something bad happened. The Cestus on the MegaMek misses with everything. The enemy Thunderbolt firing the Cataphract missed, and then they also sent some rounds towards the foot platoon. that landed. There's 12 left alive. The sniper platoon fired at the enemy Thunderbolt, causing a whole 1 damage. The foot platoon firing at the Assault missed. Badger hits with a streak 4, putting 2 to the right torso, 2 to the right torso, 2 to the right left rear left leg, and 2 to the center torso of the Unimek. Enemy Whitworth misses. Our Victor firing at the Unimek, or the Militia Mech. Puts a medium laser into the left torso, then AC 20 into the left torso. That destroys all of the armor. Crits on 3 locations, getting AC5, AC5, and SRM4. Then the SRM4 hits into with 3 missiles, doing 2 to the left torso. That crits on the Inferno ammo, causing 64 damage. That destroys the left torso, and we'll transfer. Well, that's interesting. It didn't cap the explosion damage. That is interesting. It might be dead. He's dead, Jim. He's dead. Okay, so bad things happened. Also, the engine exploded, in case you didn't notice that. Our Grasshopper firing at the Orion puts a medium laser into the head. It's down to 4 armor, then a medium laser to the right torso, ER large into the right leg. The Militia Mech misses. J. Edgar missed. Our other Grasshopper firing at the Whitworth misses. The Cataphract firing at the Whitworth hits with a medium pulse into the left arm. PPC to the left arm is down to 2 internal structure. LB-10X hits the right torso down to 2 armor. Then the medium pulse hits the right arm down to 2 internal structure. Our Crusader misses with everything. APC misses, Goblin misses, and then the Assault hurts some infantry. The Orion firing an APC hits with a medium laser to the rear. Then the Goblin, puts a large laser into the Orion's left torso and a machine gun into the left leg. Missed with everything else. The Orion took 20 damage, needs a 7, rolls a 10. The Whitworth took 20 damage, needs an 8, rolls a 9. There we go. So whenever I've seen that it caps the damage, or if it says it's capping the damage, every time I've looked at it, it does cap the damage. But that one, it didn't even say it was capping the damage. It just transferred everything. And I'm wondering, I don't know if it's because I reloaded the game or if it's that particular mech. So we'll have to see. I'll probably do a little bit of testing off stream and see what I find. All right, well, not the worst rolls in the world, but not the best. That's unfortunate. That's not who I wanted to go next. All right, risk it on a 5, risk it on a 5. Oh, rolled a 6. We're good. We're good, but that's scary. That is scary. All the artillery missed. Now, it's interesting. The Orion decided to open up its back to the Goblin and the Grasshopper. Not my first choice, but it's a choice. Yeah. Yeah, fortunately, I don't think I'm going to need another turn of Mask right now. And we'll be able to let it cool. Yeah, that should be enough against him. So I don't think this Whitworth is going to be very happy after this turn. I don't know what makes me say that, but I don't feel like the odds are quite in his favor. Like maybe he should really not have entered into the Hunger Games. Our Crusader firing at the Orion misses with everything at point blank range. The Pack Rat misses. Thunderbolt firing at the Cataphract missed. Ossaul firing at a foot platoon hits a couple of times. They're down to 10 men. Goblin firing at the Orion hits with large pulse into the rear left torso, down to 1 armor there. Oh, that's just mean, firing tandem charged ammo. The Badger misses. APC misses. Our Grasshopper firing at the Orion puts a medium laser to the right leg, medium laser into the right leg. Missed with the ER large, and the streak hits, doing 2 to the right arm, 2 to the right torso. Whitworth firing at the Victor lands some Deadfire LRMs, doing 5 to the right arm and 3 to the right torso. Our Victor firing at the Whitworth puts a medium laser in the center torso, medium laser to the center torso. AC-20 through the center torso, destroying the Whitworth. Goodbye. Foot platoon missed, Goblin missed. Foot platoon at the Ossaul. Lands a couple of rounds, doing 2 to the left torso, 2 to the right torso. Snipers land some rounds into the Whitworth, doing 1 damage to the left torso. Not that it really matters. The Cataphract firing at the Whitworth. There's nothing left. They're dead. Once again, they are dead. Yeah, big gun, small mech, goodbye. I really should have had the Victor shoot at the Orion instead, but oh well. The Orion missed. Orion took 20 damage, needs 7 rolls and 8. Maybe, just maybe, the Crusader can manage to kick on a 6. He's dead, Jim. Or we could go full Red Dwarf on this. They're dead, Dave. No, not Jimmy. Yes, Dave, he is dead. They are all dead. Everybody is dead. Everybody's dead. Everybody is dead. Dead. Everybody is dead. Dave. No, not my mate. Yeah. Good times. Good times. But where would all the toasters go? It's just my lot in life. Toast bread. So the Orion kicks the Crusader, doing 15 to the left leg. The Crusader missed the Orion. Crusader takes a tumble onto its front, doing 5 to the right torso, 2 to the left torso, and that pilot takes a hit. Sucks for him. Fortunately, it's not our mech, not our pilot, not our problem. Man, I need to go back and watch Red Dwarf. It's been a minute. Where are they at? So, officer is dead. So they're down 3. We need to destroy 2 more. I just remember growing up on PBS. Originally, it was, what was it? think it was Sci-Fi Friday night when I first started watching it, and then it turned into Sci-Fi Saturday night. And you would start off with Stargazer, where like it was just a 5 or 10 minute segment on what constellations would be visible this week, or what planets would be visible, stuff like that. And then from there, it would go into like an episode of Red Dwarf. Yeah. And then after Red Dwarf, it would go into like 3 episodes of Doctor Who, which inevitably ends up meaning, you're watching like Revenge of the Cybermen, and you get through part 1, 2, and 3, and it's like a 4-part episode. So you don't get that until the next time, and then you miss the next week. -5, -5. So you can go there, right? -5, -5. Yes. Get up and turn. Oh, yeah. I mean, in fairness, the first series of Red Dwarf, I think, is probably my favorite. I have not watched any of the new stuff. I've watched none of the new stuff. Pretty much, if it was made after like 1998, I have not seen it. Or 90s. I don't know. When did it stop before it came back? It was like 97 or 98, right? I mean, it kind of was funny, but yeah, the last series before it went off the air, I was not a huge fan of. Like, they brought, what is it, Kaczynski back? Was that her name? They brought her back. You had Crichton. You had Rimmer. I don't know. I wasn't personally a huge fan, but like, it was still fine. It was still had its funny moments. Okay, I wasn't too far off. I said 98 originally, and it was barely into 99. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think I watched maybe part of an episode. I kind of forgot that they remade it or kicked it back up again. And then the new Doctor Who's. Oh, yeah. The new Doctor Who's I watched from the first Doctor that came back through David Tennant, and I watched a little bit of Matt Smith, and then I just did not keep up with it after that. Like, it was fine. I didn't mind it. But I don't know. It just didn't have the same campiness that the original Doctor Who did. And that was part of the allure. So the Orion firing the Cestus, missed with everything. Badger firing the Pack Rat, lands a medium laser into a Clan medium laser into the front. That's interesting. And then Streak 4 hits. doing 2 to the front, 2 to the front, 2 to the front, 2 to the front. Down to 1 armor there. The Victor firing at the Orion puts a medium laser to the left arm. AC-20 into the left leg, down to 10 armor there. Then the SRM-4 hits, doing it 2 to the left torso, critting with no effect, 2 to the left arm, 2 to the left arm, critting with no effect, and 2 to the left torso, missed with the machine gun. The Goblin hits the Orion and doesn't hit him because it hits cover. Pack Rat firing at the Badger burns it to bits and immobilizes it from Inferno ammo. The Grasshopper firing at the Orion hits the rear center torso with a medium laser. Another medium laser into the left leg, misses with the ER large again. And then the Streak 2 hits, doing 2 to the left leg, 2 to the left torso, rear, critting on the SRM-4. Cestus firing at the Orion just fails. Foot Platoon firing at the Thunderbolt hits, causing 1 damage to the left arm. Assault misses. Our other Grasshopper firing at Thunderbolt lands a medium laser to the center torso, missed with everything else. Thunderbolt, Cataphract, medium laser to left leg, medium laser to left torso, machine gun right torso, machine gun right torso, and then he shoots at a Goblin with an LRM. Our Cataphract, however, puts medium pulse into the left arm, PPC into the right leg, medium pulse into the right leg, and LB-10X into the right leg. The Goblin missed. The Crusader firing at the Orion puts a Streak 2 into the center torso, getting attack, getting 2 engine hits with a single tack. That's pretty great. Then a medium pulse to the right torso and a medium pulse to the right leg. The Orion took 60 damage, needs a 9, rolls a 7, falls to its front, doing 5 to the center torso, 3 to the right arm, and the pilot takes a hit. That's 2 hits for him now. The Thunderbolt took 20 damage, needs a 6, rolls a 10. Yeah, Streak 2 did its work. Did its work. Capaldi, which I would have to look up which one that was. Honestly, after Matt Smith, I just completely stopped paying any attention. And it's not because it was bad. It's just I got busy. And it wasn't holding my interest at all. So the Grasshopper kicks the Orion in the right arm, doing 14 damage. Thunderbolt kicks Cataphract in the right leg. It's down to 6 armor. Cataphract kicks the Thunderbolt. It's down to 0 armor there. The Cataphract needs a 3, rolls a 4, stays standing. Thunderbolt needs a 5, rolls a 10, stays standing. Well, that Orion's going to be getting warm. Yeah, gains 20 heat, sinks 10. It's going to be getting real warm real fast. Needs a 6 to avoid an ammo explosion, rolls a 9. Needs a 4 to avoid shutdown, rolls a 10. I'll take a look. I'll try to remember to take a look sometime. I spend a lot more time trying to find shows that my wife and I will both watch. So right now we're rewatching The Next Generation for like the 12th time. I would like to say that was an overestimation, but for me it probably is. I've probably actually seen all of The Next Generation all the way through at least 5 or 6 times. At least. I'd like to say that was an exaggeration. Oh, that was a choice. That was a very, very strong choice. Let's just have you turn like that. Artillery happens. The Orion did manage to stand up, which, good for him. Good for him. We will continue lighting up the Thunderbolt here. We will also make sure that we provide some motivation for the Orion to stay laying down. Yep. Let's do that so we can punch him a couple times. Foot platoon at the assault doing 9 damage, a total of 2 to the left arm, 2 to the right arm, 2 to the head, 2 to the left arm, and another 1 to the left arm. Grasshopper firing at the Thunderbolt puts a medium laser into the center torso, another medium laser to the right leg, medium laser into the right arm, medium laser into the right leg, critting with no effect, but missed with the large laser, naturally. Thunderbolt firing at the Grasshopper puts a medium laser to the left torso, medium laser into the right arm, and then lands a single Inferno missile. He's going to be up by 2 heat. The Cestus firing at the Thunderbolt puts a large laser into the center torso and a medium laser into the right torso. Our Victor, naturally, I don't know if our Victor has missed an AC-20 shot this round, but lands an AC-20 into the right torso of the Orion down to 5 internal structure. Fortunately, it was out of ammo on that AC-10. Did not explode, but missed with the SRM-4. The Goblin hits the Thunderbolt in the right torso with a large laser. The Pack Rat, makes the Badger go boom. Ouch. The Cataphract firing at the enemy Thunderbolt puts a medium pulse into the left arm, PPC into the left arm, critting on the lower arm and upper arm. Then a medium pulse into the left torso rear, and LB-10X into the left torso rear, down to 5 internal structure there. The Goblin support vehicle firing at the Orion puts a large pulse into the left leg, but it's behind cover. Crusader puts the... Wow. That's 2 turns in a row where the Streak 2 got attack on the center torso and has now caused 3 engine hits, destroying the Orion by engine destruction. That is nummy salvage. Okay, so the Thunderbolt took 60 damage. They 100% are. 100% are. Thunderbolt stays standing. Good for him. We should still have to destroy 1 more mech or 1 more unit in order to have victory. Unless, of course, the Thunderbolt falls on its face and kills itself. Thunderbolt punched the Cataphract, hits the left torso. It's down to 4 armor there. Cataphract kicks the left leg of the Thunderbolt. It's down to 1 internal structure. There's like 1 little bolt that's holding on for dear life. The Assault kicks some infantry. Thunderbolt needs a 5 rolls of 5, stays standing. It is expensive to repair. I think 3 hits on the engine, you can still just repair it, and you don't have to put a whole new fusion engine into it. Pretty sure. Oh, actually, Team 2 is down to 50%, which means I should have hit /victory last turn. Oops. /victory. Right now, what my wife and I are actually very anxiously awaiting the next season of is we are very excited about the next season of Delicious in Dungeon. Yeah. Mhm. Hold on 1 second. I will be back in like very, very few seconds. Yeah, I loved the book The Martian. I still haven't read Project Hail Mary. The movie for The Martian was good. It was good in its own right. If you wanted it to be exactly like the book, well, you would have been slightly sad, but I thought the movie did a really good job of being a fair representation of the book without necessarily needing to be like the book verbatim. Why are we declaring off-board attacks now? That doesn't make sense. Ah, J. Edgar went boom. Good for it. Yeah. I just didn't know why it was asking me why I wanted to declare off-board attacks. That's okay. All right, miracles happen. Let's see here. Hopefully that pretty well takes care of the Thunderbolt this round as well. That would be pretty neat. Yeah. The Ossaul firing at the Grasshopper lands a medium laser into the left arm, medium laser to the center torso. Then the foot platoon firing at the Thunderbolt causes 3 damage, doing 2 to the center torso, 1 to the left arm. Goblin firing at the Thunderbolt missed. Sniper's hit, causing 1 damage to the right torso. Grasshopper at the Ossaul misses with everything. Victor, that Victor is on fire. That was a maximum range shot after jumping with the AC-20 into the right torso. Good job, bud. Good job. Can't hit with anything else, but you know what? I don't even care at that point. Other Grasshopper missed with the ER large. Cataphract firing into the Thunderbolt puts a medium pulse into the right arm. PPC into the left arm, destroying the left arm, transferring the left torso down to 1 internal structure, critting on a medium laser, then a medium pulse into the left leg, destroying the left leg, and destroying the left torso rear, transferring to the center torso rear. Then the LB-10X gets all the way into the center torso. It's down to 18 internal structure. Large laser into the center torso. Then the Pack Rat shoots at a Badger. Oh, yeah, I always have to look it up because if it's not just the standard, you know, initiative move, off board, shoot. I mean, even just initiative, move, weapons, physical attack, heat. If it's not just that, I get confused really fast. Foot platoon firing Thunderbolt causes 6 damage, doing 2, 4, 6 to the center torso, critting on an engine. Then the Thunderbolt takes a tumble, doing 5 to the center torso, 2 to the right torso, and the pilot takes a hit. I'm not going to Thunderbolt because it can't run away at this point. And I'd rather keep just a splash of salvage. And that, as they say, is that. Only took us forever to get through. I control the field. This is my home. Well, we came out of that pretty well. How would I not have captured? Sometimes who it decides that you do and don't capture doesn't make a lot of sense. Because we're going to do that instead. I mean, we kind of did do all those things. But it's just +3 for that, so it doesn't matter. Good deal. And we get the victory. This is good. Oh, this doesn't have any of the modified vehicles. That's annoying. Oh, wait, no, it does. We're good. Well, we can take the Orion. We can take the Thunderbolt. And that'll be good. Yeah, I think you're right. I looked at it a while ago. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Okay, so next up is going to be that frontline engagement. And today will probably be a shorter stream just because I got up early and I have to get up early again tomorrow. But we'll get through this one at the bare minimum, get into tomorrow and see how things are going. Let's re-roll the dust on. Oh, great. I made it worse. Moonless night. Cool. Cool. So 50% of these dudes, I have to destroy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have to destroy 4 of them. It's not too bad. Send in recovery B. And yeah, that should be enough techs. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we got. Don't really care about minefields this time around. Hold on, wait. Why are they showing up on round 5? That was an instant reinforcement. They shouldn't be showing up on round 5. Whatever. I should still be fine, I think. Okay. Well, plop a stalker right there. I'll put the Kerensky. Yeah, we'll have the catapult support the longbow kind of on this side, and then the Kerensky can go with the stalker. Oh, and of course I have a thunderbolt. Just go there. Actually go, yeah, there. So I don't think we're going to be able to hit very much. Yeah, no, everything's out of range. All right, not much to do with heat on that turn. And then, oh, not great rolls. Not great rolls at all. So the big question is, how are we going to get our catapult and our longbow over where they can actually support something without just being standing out in the middle of the open? And I think the answer is they don't. Out of range for everything with the thunderbolt. Out of range with the longbow. Stalker's not out of range though. Not a great pilot, but we can make something work. Oh, come on. How can you not see the Marauder? Explain that one to me. Oh, it just barely clips. Just barely clips the building. And it's counting that. Oh, but you can shoot a pack rat. Maybe. The Stalker misses, Marauder misses, Orion misses. Everybody misses. It's an interesting move by Princess, lighting off a whole bunch of LRM-20s from an archer when you don't have a great shot at hitting. All right, so the Marauder got a little warm, Archer got a little warm, but otherwise not a whole lot there. Again, slightly better rolls this time around. Well, let's try that, because then maybe I can move through and I'll have a clear shot next turn, potentially. Maybe. Saint Phantom, hey, welcome. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Well, hopefully, if you haven't already, I've got some tutorials up, and hopefully that over on YouTube, and hopefully that helps you out a little bit. If you have any questions while you're watching the stream, please feel free to ask them. You know, it's part of what we're here for. And I like being able to help people kind of understand the game a little bit more, or at least how to use MekHQ and MegaMek. Because when I first started years and years and years ago, I didn't have any of that. And so, yeah. But welcome. I hope you're enjoying everything. Oof, an 11. Not ideal. All right, well. Whoops, nope, wrong button. I'm going to move the keyboard. So, let's see here, the snub nose. So it's an 8 on the Archer or an 8 on the Marauder. Gauss rifle is going to be the same thing. 8s and 8s. I really want to hurt the Marauder. Like, that's who I want to hurt. You know, Uki, I really do have to make a bot thing, a bobber for that. This should be higher on my to-do list. Also, for those of you who are watching much later on the YouTubes, I did not forget about you. I remember my promise to also try to figure out how to stream to streamer.bot. Oh, look at you already having the resources and everything. But I did not forget about you all. I was having a hard time finding a multi-stream resource that didn't cost an arm and a leg, and I think I finally found one. I just didn't have time to set it up before today's stream, and because whenever I try to add something right before a stream, inevitably I break the stream and I end up being like 10 or 15 minutes late. Not that I didn't break the stream today anyways. So the Marauder is a 20 or an 8 versus the Archer, which is also an 8. Shoot. You know, the only nice thing is that this one doesn't have partial cover. And I'm tempted to hit this just for that reason. Or I shoot at the archer on a 7. Let's do that one. I like that one. Violating the rule of conservation of fire or concentration of fire, but it's okay. So the Thunderbolt firing at the Militia Mech misses, or the Kerensky firing at the Marauder missed the snub nose but lands the Gauss rifle into the left leg, which unfortunately is behind cover, so nothing happens. The Militia Mech misses, Marauder misses, Longbow misses, Grasshopper misses, Archer misses, Catapult misses. Stalker lands a whole 6 LRMs into the Archer, doing 5 to the center torso and 1 to the right torso. The Manticore missed. Everybody missed. That was painful. Moonless Night for the win. I'm trying to remember. I think in my starting out video, I think I covered what the difference was between like beginner preset and veteran preset. I think I did. Now the videos are starting to blend together a little bit. We'll trundle on forward with the Stalker. The Catapult can also trundle on forward. Okay, I think we go ahead and move Spooky forward. We'll ignore the Marauder for right now and focus down the Archer maybe. Oh, just outside of minimum. Okay. I mean, a 6 is still fine. 7s on the medium lasers. 9s on the SRMs, or 7s if I do standard ammo. I am sorely tempted to do something like a single LRM, medium, SRM, SRM, and another medium. And that will hopefully do something to that poor little Archer. Then the Uni 8s? Sure, why not? See if we can't get lucky with an 11 against that Archer. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Okay, we don't have swarm ammo loaded, which is fine. 6? Oh, buddy, yes. Let's do that. And send it. We might get a little warm this turn. Just a touch. So the Militia Mech at the Catapult missed. Archer at the Orion misses. Other Archer at the Stalker misses. Stalker at the Archer LRM 20 lands. Only 6 missiles, though, doing a total of 6 damage to the center torso. Medium laser hits the right torso. Medium laser against the left arm. Miss with both the SRMs and another medium laser against the left arm. The Marauder lands a PPC on the Stalker's left arm. The Partisan lands 5 LRMs into the right torso, then 5 more LRMs into the right leg, and then 5 Deadfire LRMs hit against the left leg and left torso, doing 5 damage to each. Applesauce and the Catapult lands with 9 LRMs, doing 5 to the right rear leg, and then 4 to the front left leg. Our Thunderbolt missed. Our Longbow lands 12 LRMs doing against the militia mech, doing 5 to the front left leg, 5 to the right torso, 2 to the right rear leg. Then another 16 LRMs land, doing 5 to the rear left leg, 5 to the left torso, critting on the AC5, 5 to the center torso, 1 to the rear left leg. Then 4 LRMs hit, doing 4 to the front left leg, and then 2 more into the center torso. The Kerensky puts a medium laser into the archer's center torso, medium laser into the left leg. Snub nose hits the left arm, but we miss with the SRM and the Gauss rifle. The Allied Grasshopper puts a large laser into the head of the archer. It's down to 1 armor, and the pilot takes a hit. Militia mech took 40 damage, needs a 5, rolls a 9. Archer took 40 damage, needs a 7, rolls a 7. And the Kerensky, naturally, needs a 4, rolls a 2. Falling onto its rear, doing 5 to the right torso rear, and 3 to the left arm. And the pilot takes a hit. Needs a 4, rolls a 3. Okay, cool. That's pretty cool. We're going to get back, and it's going to be like a compound fracture that needs 37 days to heal or something stupid like that. Then the heat happens. Nothing too exciting there. And we roll terribly on initiative. Holy cow. Our reinforcements do arrive, but they're probably good 2 to 3 rounds. Yeah, Spooky is going to be haunting the mass truck. That is 100% right. What's this? Oh, got it. Oh yeah, I actually saw that stuff. Atom doesn't work hardly at all, and then SE Live has other problems riddled with it. Stream Elements actually just rolled out a multi-stream add-on that is free, which I'm going to try out. Anyways, we rolled horribly, but fortunately, I think a lot of okay, at least some of those are the reinforcements, and it's going to take a good 2 to 3 rounds probably for them to join. Maybe not that much. If I can start them all up here. I kind of want to spend 1 round just sprinting with the reinforcements to get them to close the distance as fast as possible. I'm going to do that. They're going to spend 1 round just not shooting, not doing like anything. But as a trade-off, they'll actually close the distance a little bit. Wait a second. What am I doing here? Oh, that could work. If that back archer stays roughly where it is, then that could work pretty darn well. Okay, let's not do that. Why don't we just do that? And then the catapult, last but not least. I swear, they know that these dudes are carrying swarm ammo, and so they're spreading out. That's a terrible idea. What we really need to do is go down yonder, do something like that. Maybe. Okay, if you can't manage to roll a 2, we're not friends anymore. Oh, good. Now then, you sprinted, so you can't fire. You sprinted, so you can't fire. You have no shots. Okay, cool. Thunderbolt. Probably at the archer. See if we can't put a PPC into the archer. Archer, however, is going to be not nice to us. Go ahead and donate some medium lasers and some SRMs. You know, I'm sure he'll like that for Christmas. You sprinted. This terrain is not favoring us right now, and it's annoying. You also sprinted. Last but not least. So the Allied Grasshopper, the Partisan, misses with almost everything. 3 Deadfire LRMs do hit, doing 5 to the left side. Another 1 to the left side, doing a little motive system damage. Thunderbolt missed. The enemy Mana Core lands 3 Deadfire SRMs into the Stalker, doing 3 to the right leg, 3 to the left leg, and 3 to the left arm. The Partisan lands some stuff on the Thunderbolt, like 9 Deadfire LRMs, doing a total of 5 to the right arm, 5 to the center torso, 5 to the right arm, and 3 to the center torso. Missed with everything else. Enemy Marauder lands an AC 5 on the catapult's left arm. Our Stalker, firing at the archer, puts a medium laser into the left torso, medium laser center torso. SRM 6 hits with 5 missiles, doing 2 to the right leg, 2 to the center torso, 4 to the right torso, and 2 to the left torso. Then another 4 SRMs hit, doing 2 to the center torso, 2 to the left leg, and right torso. The enemy Pike puts an AC2 into the Allied Grasshopper's left torso. Our catapult misses. The enemy Archer, firing at the Grasshopper, lands 9 LRMs, doing 5 to the left torso, 4 to the left leg. The Militia Mech lands an AC5 into the Thunderbolt's right leg. The Poe missed. And then the Kerensky puts a medium laser into the right arm of the Archer, medium laser to the right torso. Of course, you missed with the snub nose, but you land the Gauss rifle in the right torso, so I guess I'll forgive you. The Thunderbolt needs a 6, rolls a 4, falls down on its right side, doing 5 to the right torso, 2 to the center torso. That pilot avoids damage. And then the enemy Archer needs a 7, rolls a 9. The rules are not in my favor. All right, Oki. Take it easy, okay? We'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Heat happens. Nothing too bad for us. And we don't do horrendous on initiative, but could be a lot better. Okay, maybe that'll work. The Crusader. That might also work. I think it's time to bait the archer. Oh, that's right. You got shot prone. All right, this should be moderately exciting. Because let's go ahead and load our swarm back up. So it's an 8 against the militia mech. Well, now 5 more. Yeah, let's just get a little warm. We can go like 2 over on heat. That's not a big deal. I'm just loaded with LRM 10s for you. Do you have swarms? You do not have swarms. What's the partisan carrying? It's 4 LRM 15s. It would be really nice to get him out of the picture, honestly. Really, really nice. Now, Spooky. It would be really great if you could, deal with the archer. Why don't we just go ahead and do this and this and this? Get a little toasty. This is where Deadfires can really thrive because you're not really taking a penalty on it. Oh, that's not good. So the Poe misses. Our longbow firing at the militia mech lands 12 swarms on it, doing 5 to the left torso, 5 to the head. The pilot takes a hit, and then the other 2 to the front right leg, critting on the hip. Then the swarms continue on. 4 hit the partisan, doing 4 to the left side. Then another 16 swarms hit the militia mech, doing 5 to the right 12, 10 to the right torso, 5 to the center torso, 1 to the rear left leg. Another 3 swarms hit the partisan, doing 3 to the left side, critting and stunning the crew for a second turn. LRM 5 lands 4 missiles against, and then hits 4 damage to the rear left leg, critting on the upper leg. Medium laser into the right torso. LRM hits with 2 missiles into the front right leg. Medium laser misses. The partisan fires at the stalker, lands 5 dead fires, doing 5 to the left leg, 5 to the center torso. Another 5 dead fires land, doing 5 to the right leg, 5 to the left torso. Crusader firing at the militia mech, lands 6 LRMs, doing 5 to the front left leg and 1 to the center torso. Then another 8 LRMs, doing 8 to the rear right leg and 3 to the front right leg. Applesauce in the catapult lands 12 LRMs, doing 5 to the center torso, 5 to the right torso, critting on the AC, 5 and 2 to the rear left leg. Then another 9 LRMs hit, doing 5 to the left torso and 4 to the head. The pilot takes another hit. Medium laser hits the front right leg. The militia mech misses the longbow. Ostrock firing at the partisan lands an ER large against the left side, down to 5 internal structure. Medium laser against the rear with minor motive system damage. Missed with everything else. Dervish against the militia mech lands 3 LRMs, doing 3 to the front left leg, and then 6 more land, doing 5 to the left torso, critting on the AC-5, SRM-4, and environmental sealing, then 1 to the rear left leg. Spooky puts a medium laser into the archer's left torso, and a snub nose into the right leg. Allied Grasshopper hits with a medium laser into the archer's center torso. Then the Ostrock misses. Our other Orion misses with everything. The other archer lands a medium laser into the stalker's left arm. Medium laser to the left arm. It's down to 0 armor, unfortunately. Our Thunderbolt puts PPC into the mana core left side, doing moderate motive system damage. Misses with everything else. The Pike firing at the Allied Centurion misses with everything. Our Guillotine missed. The enemy Marauder puts PPC into the stalker's left torso. The mana core missed the Dervish. Our Stalker puts a medium laser into the archer's right torso, critting on a couple of LRMs. Then a medium laser to the center torso, medium laser into the right arm, medium laser into the right leg. Good. And then we land 3 Deadfire SRMs, 3 to the right torso, destroying the right torso, blowing off the right arm. Then 3 more to the left arm, down to 10 internal structure, another 3 into the left arm. Then we hit with another 3 Deadfires, doing 3 to the right leg, 3 to the left arm, and 3 to the left torso. The militia mech took a lot of damage and lost a couple of actuators. Knees a 9, rolls an 8, takes 3 to the rear left leg and 2 to the center torso, and the pilot takes another hit. The archer took 40 damage, knees a 7, rolls a 6, takes 5 to the rear to the center torso and another 2 to the center torso. That pilot avoids taking a hit. Stalker, knees a 6, rolls a 5. For real. You also take a hit? Oof. Okay. So it took 5 to the center torso, 4 to the left torso, and then for the pilot to avoid damage, knees a 6, rolls a 4, fails, and takes 1 hit. That's annoying. Probably going to have 2 pilots out now. Okay, so heat happens. Nothing too crazy here. However, the militia mech blows off its own front right leg. Excuse me. Whoops. Oh, Those are much better initiative rolls. Much, much better. No, it's not wrong to love bullying militia mechs. I have a secret love of bullying all civilian, like industrial mechs. It kind of brings me a lot of joy. Militia mechs are a little annoying though because of how much armor they have, and it's just like you feel like you're just continuously kicking a puppy, and eventually you just kind of start feeling bad about it. Hey, look, they have the opportunity to shoot back. I shoot the militia, or I shoot the industrial mechs that have guns strapped to them, not the other ones most of the time. Some of them, kind of. It depends on the day. Maybe one of these days I will run a pirate campaign just for funsies. That should be fine. I really want to get that partisan out of here because I'm getting really annoyed by their LRMs, by their shenanigans. Is there any place I can go to get shots on the Marauder? Absolutely not. Okay, cool. Good to know. Good talk. Actually, no, don't fire the dead fires. Let's go back to the regulars. That -3 malice is kind of annoying too. Let's have you shoot some medium lasers and a snub nose, and we'll get warm and fire the SRMs. Let's see here, PPC. Why not? We'll do a couple of things here. We'll call that good. And then last but not least, I think we need to put some more fire into the partisan, honestly. That'll work. We can go 6 over. It'll be fine. All right, let's see if we can't make the Mana Core reconsider his life decisions. Our stalker firing at the fresh archer puts a medium laser into the left torso, medium laser into the left torso, medium laser left arm, medium laser right torso. 4 SRMs hit, doing 4 to the left arm, 2 to the center torso, and 2 to the right arm. Another 4 SRMs hit, doing 2 to the center torso, 2 to the right torso, 2 to the left arm, 2 to the right arm. Then Spooky puts a medium laser into the center torso of the archer, medium laser into the left leg. Snubnose hits the left leg. Then the SRM hits with 3 missiles, doing 2 to the left arm, critting on the medium laser and the hand, 2 more into the left arm, destroying the arm. And the last 2 goes into the left torso. Thunderbolt firing on the Mana Core. PPC lands on the left side, immobilizing the vehicle. Then we hit with some tandem charge missiles, doing 2 damage to the front, 6 damage to the front, and just doing bad things. Very, very bad things. But is mobilized. That's the important thing. I feel so dirty using tandem charge. Probably shouldn't, but I do. The Crusader at the Militia Mech puts a medium pulse into the right rear leg, critting on the environmental ceiling that's already dead. The Allied Enforcer puts an AC-10 round into the turret of the Mana Core. The Pike puts an AC-2 into the Longbow's left arm and an AC-2 into the left leg of the Longbow. The enemy Archer misses. Poe misses. Allied Grasshopper firing at the Militia Mech puts a medium laser into the rear left leg. And then 2 Deadfire LRMs hit the rear right leg. Mana Core firing at the Ostrock lands PPC into the left leg, doing 5 damage. And a medium laser into the left leg, doing 2 damage. The Marauder puts PPC into the Stalker's left torso down to 14 internal structure. Then a medium laser hits the left arm. Ugh, that's getting pretty low. The Guillotine at the Militia Mech puts a large laser into the right torso down to 2 internal structure, medium laser into the right rear leg down to 0 armor. The Ostrock firing at the Partisan puts a streak 2 in, doing 2 to the rear and 2 to the front. That's interesting. Then 2 more another streak hits, doing 2 to the rear, 2 to the right side. Medium laser hits the right side. Medium laser hits the turret, destroying the stabilizer. There we go. And then ER large hits the rear, hitting the fuel tank, causing it to go boom. So the Partisan exploded. That's number 1 down out of the 4 that we need. Centurion firing the Mana Core misses. Our Orion at the Partisan doesn't matter, but we made it go boom even more. Just so much more. All of the booms. Then our Catapult uselessly shoots at the Partisan. Longbow puts an LRM 20 into the Mana Core, hitting with 16 missiles, doing 5 to the rear, 5 to the front, 5 to the front, and 1 to the left side. Then another 12 LRMs hit, doing 5 to the turret, 5 to the left side, 2 to the left side, critting, stunning the crew for a total of 2 turns. Then we hit with another 3 LRMs, hitting the left side down to 0 armor. Then 3 more LRMs hit, going into the left side down to 3 internal structure. All right, the Archer took 20 damage, needs a 6, rolls a 2, falls onto its front, doing 5 to the left leg, critting on the hip and 2 to the center torso. But the pilot avoids damage. The other Archer took 20 damage, needs a 6, rolls an 8. So the stalker kicks the archer in the right leg down to 2 internal structure, critting on the upper leg. Then we kick the archer in the left arm. It's down to 7 internal structure. Man, this is the archer that won't die. And we do okay on initiative that time. So we'll put the guillotine and, I don't know, maybe the Ostrak dealing with the militia mech. And everybody else can come up and help out with these hooligans. This Marauder is just like hiding behind buildings. And I am really actually not here for it. Is the Marauder running? So keep on closing the distance just a little bit. Fortunately, nobody fell with doing their shenanigans. The militia mech did manage to get up, which is neat for him, I guess. Oh man, we just don't have good shots on much of anything, unfortunately. We'll just do that. Call it good. Oh, you're actually pretty warm. I'll let you cool down this turn. All right, what do you have in your right arm? You can put a couple of medium lasers in. That'll be fine. Do all of the things. Then medium laser, snub nose. Honestly, that should be enough, I hope. Trying to kill them enough that they die without going too overboard. So the allied grasshopper firing at the militia mech puts a medium laser into the rear right leg. Then a medium laser into the rear left leg, critting on the hip. This dude's not getting up or doing anything. He's completely immobile at this point. Longbow firing at the Manicore blows up the Manicore. That's all that matters. Manicore is gone. The Enforcer also does bad things to Manicore's Stalker, putting a medium laser into the right leg of the Archer, destroying the right leg. It transfers all the way to the center torso. Yeah. Yep, and crits on the engine. Then a medium laser into the right torso, which also gets all the way to the center torso, critting on a gyro. The MegaMek takes a large laser into the right torso, destroying that, then transfers some to the center torso, critting on a gyro, medium laser into the right rear left leg, missed with a whole bunch of other stuff. Ally Centurion, that doesn't matter. Catapult on, nope, Manicore's dead. Manicore's still dead. Then the Orion, the Kerensky at the Archer, puts another round into the gyro and the engine. And then we destroy the center torso, so the Archer is dead. And then we destroy the MegaMek by blowing off the head. There was like nothing left, but we blew off the head anyways. Well, that was the 4 that we needed. They weren't the 4 we wanted, but they were the 4 we needed. Ah, good. Good. The MegaMek is very, very much super dead. Okay. There is that. And voila, victory is ours. No GIF. Yes. Do that. So we destroyed 4, did some things. It did not go nearly as well as what I was hoping. And we'll have to see what the injuries are for Spooky and who was it? It wasn't Applesauce. I don't remember. It was somebody. Oh, man. And then there were 2 total losses. Ugh. Bumski. I'm not even worried about getting either one of those, so just give them to the employer. Okay. Spooky and Dominic, who we need to get a call sign for. All right, how bad is it? That was what, Charlie Lance. I mean, I suppose I could go here. Okay, burned right thigh. That's not bad. Upper left arm compound fracture. Shoot. Yeah, he's out for the count for a while. 25 days. He's out for 25 days. Okay. KKK. Well, let's pop over to, let's just advance 1 day. Deep Raid Defense. That was the one that I wasn't doing regardless, right? Hold on. Let's do this really quick. I don't remember if I did this. Kerpow. Yeah, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing that. I would love to have be as holy artillery, but we can't. We just can't. So a compound fracture is when, you have bone sticking through the skin. So in terms of like actual recovery time or how bad it is, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Wait, what? It's sorry, give me one sec. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen by any stretch of the imagination. Typically what you do is you just stabilize it really quick in like a splint if you're in the ER, and then you just wait for ortho to show up, and then they go back and they do what's called an ORIF, or an open reduction internal fixation, where they put in pins and rods and things like that. Then they close them up. The biggest challenge or problem with it is infection, because you open up a bone to the outside world, and that's not desirable. Continue as ordered. Yes, I am. Oh, you know what? I'll do a fleeting being. How about that? Maybe that'll make you calm down a little. Yep, that'll be fine. Confirm. Commit. The biggest problem is infection, but even then, like if you wash it out with just saline for a while and just irrigate the crap out of it, and then you give them a little bit of normally like Ansef or something, then it's normally pretty well taken care of, but you're not completely out of the woods. Recovery time you're looking at probably about 6 weeks ish, with a bunch of rehabilitation. Oh, nice. Okay, well, I know this was a shorter stream fraught with technical difficulties and a whole bunch of other badness, but I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and we will pick this back up again on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Should be 8 o'clock. Wednesday at 8 o'clock Central Time, we'll pick it back up. Hopefully, we can get through these next couple of scenarios and keep on making progress on this contract. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Hey, thank you, Eclectic Bibliophile. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that little follow button down there. If you're feeling super spicy, hit that subscribe button, especially if you got one of those Twitch Prime subscriptions that you haven't used. We'll see you on Wednesday, and have a good night. Take care.